everybody. This is also going to be my first solo stream without anybody. We may have a few intrusions, but we'll just ignore them. Of course, it's Cozy. I am mostly, at least for the last few months, I've been working on animals and animal systems. Anyway, hopefully that'll be the last disruption. But yeah, so far the stream's off to a good start. Kane has set 1 million keyframes or more, I'm sure. Peter has been programming his brains out, trying to make things like geese and other animals land and fly and transition to different states. Cool, so this is the goose. The goose has got quite a couple of different animations. This was one of the first animals I think I made for the demo for the Steam Fest, which was I think well over a year now. I think it was last year June or something. So as you can see, I'm just scrubbing through. It's a very quick flap cycle. If it's low, as soon as you start streaming, everything just starts going pear. Basically, yeah, each environment or stage level is going to have 6 animals, and they're going to be tied into the game mechanic in some shape, way, or form. We've got bears that aren't walking, they're playing their secondary idols. Beautiful, majestic, slow-moving manta rays. Damn it, that was a really bad turn, manta ray. I don't know, for me, I just feel like if I'm doing this and I'm listening to Maydan's music, I'm gonna be in a happy place. Oh, okay, cool. So they get a little bit of an idea of what it'll be like. Well, you guys can let me know. Hopefully it sounds good. This might be super weird and it still needs work. I'm not too sure it's special. But for those of you who don't know, flamingos, that was a very bad turn, flamingo. Right, folks, you can make these penguins slip. But we've got other cool things for when they're in the water. They've got cool specials where they'll like jump out the water and one will do like a roll. Then we've got these little Arctic foxes over here. We're gonna have some little snow particles and stuff for when he jumps and lands into the elk. Or they just walk on the spot now. Damn it. It's just been a lot of work. It's been a lot of back and forth. It's been a lot of animation. It's been a lot of figuring out stuff. You can see this is just me. You can see it was sliding on the ground for a bit. That was me just struggling with these damn velocity curves and trying to figure out why they're working a certain why they're not working the way I want them to work. You so much. Can't remember. I used to irritate everybody about always telling them facts about animals. The animal that I would be working on. And now my brain's just suddenly decided to throw me under the bus. If you had a face of one of the animals, which would it be? Oh man, I don't know, probably the shark. I think it would make me look pretty fierce. It's just like one of the things we have had to do that I thought would be of some interest. Not the most groundbreaking thing, but it's interesting. Is like if you actually look at how birds use their like feathers, they deform pretty interestingly, and there's almost no way that I could get information I needed in these wings kind of fold and close up into like this. Like that's pretty tricky. One of the ways that we landed up doing it was once we get the animation pretty much baked out like this, we basically set the birds up with 2 different wings, not all of them, but most of them. They have 2 different wings, one that's open, one that's like for the closed. And then we animate them and we cheat by sleight of hand. You just scale them in. So instead of sitting trying to figure out how to animate wings, we just went with the route where it's like, yeah, it's a bit of a gung-ho type approach, but it works. It's trickery. All of it is just trickery. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I'm sure next week is going to be hella interesting.